Good evening and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am at Avalon Guns, which is situated at Mendip Shooting Ground with the lovely Nigel. Say hi, Nigel.
Hello, everyone.
So we're just going to have a little whip around and show you what they've got here, what they've got on offer, and Nigel's going to give us a little bit of a tour. So let's crack on. So Nigel, how long have you been shooting and how did you get into the sport?
I started shooting when I was 14 via the Army Cadets.
A couple of years ago then?
Yeah, only a couple of years ago. Continued shooting mainly rifles up until a few years ago. 2004 started a bit of clay shooting.
Yep.
My son was born in 2005.
Oh.
Although mainly at the moment, most of my weekends are spent clay shooting because my son shoots competitively. He's shot for Great Britain twice this year and he's about to shoot for England next month in the home internationals.
Yep.
So a lot of time driving him all over the country and flying away to a couple of flyaway shoots as well. So clay shooting is predominantly taking most of my time, but I still go out with the rifles as and when I can.
So Nigel's just getting out a shotgun that I wanted to have a little look at, but I thought I'd just give you a little whip around just so you can see the sheer size of the shop, because this is quite a big shop, as you can see in the background. So I was going to flip you around. So you enter from the cafe and main entrance of Mendip Shooting Ground. This place is huge. Go all around here, shotguns, rifles, clothing, round to the air guns, night vision, and more clothing. So let's go round and see that shotgun with our Nigel. Nigel, tell us about what you've got there.
So this is the one that you very quickly honed in on as you were walking around. It's a lovely Maruku.
Yep.
I think what took your eye was the engraving
Yep.
and the finish on the wood. So this is the MK11. Very well finished gun.
Yep.
Very, very popular. This looks equally at home on the playground as on any game shoot.
Okay. What size barrels has it got?
30 inch on this one.
30 inch. And that's a 12 bore?
12 bore, yeah.
12 bore.
And no issues with your steel shot either.
Okay, so it is still shot proofed?
Yes, 100%.
And what grade wood is that?
I'm going to say it's a grade 5.
Grade 5?
Yeah.
It's pretty, isn't it? And this little silver bit down here, you can get that personalised, can't you?
You can, yeah. So the ovals, most people leave them plain.
Yeah.
But you can have your initials, you can have crests, anything you want really carved into those. And that's done, any engraver can do that for you.
Oh, okay. It's pretty snazzy. Nigel, you can smile. It's because you haven't, he's due a haircut tomorrow, aren't you?
Tomorrow night's my haircut, yeah.
Okay, so what have you got here?
So I'll talk you through the layout of the shop.
Yep.
We kind of start off here. These are economically priced guns.
Okay.
So somebody who wants what you might call a Land Rover gun, something they don't mind getting where they don't want to spend much and have a go on the first gun, they kind of start from here across. But you get some great guns with some really good character that come through this section. We then move into a range of COFs, everything from a 410, 28 bore through to a 12. Good kind of entry level gun for someone who's starting out. We see a lot of new shooters come through the shop because the playground at the front, they've had some lessons.
Yeah.
They'll eventually apply for a shotgun license and they want to get their first gun. They're still a bit apprehensive as to how deep into the sport they want to get.
Okay.
So they want a new gun, but they don't want to spend a huge amount of money first off. So we find COFs, ATAs, a pretty good starting point. So what we'll often see is a customer will have bought one of those and then 6 months, a year later, they'll come, they'll look to do a trade-in and move up to something with a bit more of a price ticket and maybe some slightly nicer wood, some hand engraving, so on and so forth.
Okay, so ATAs, I'd never heard of an ATA before.
So ATA is a Turkish manufacturer.
Yeah.
They've been around now for a few years.
Okay.
The value and what you get for your money is really, really good. You've got multiple options. You've got nickel finish, matte black finish, adjustable stock, non-adjustable stock, laminate stock, 28 inch, 30 inch, 32 inch barrels, multi-choke. And the good thing with an ATA, it comes with a 4-year warranty.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Being a lady that shoots, we can have a look at the ladies section and see what Avalon have on offer. Hit it, Nigel.
Okay, good.
Good, go.
So we keep ladies' guns in one particular section. It makes
Okay.
it easier for when someone's looking for a particular design of gun. So we mix the brands and they're all in this section here. Now what we find with ladies' guns is the availability comes and goes. We get a rush, we get a load of ladies come in, buy a load of guns, and then it's all about fit and aesthetics. So we have to keep a variety of brands and a variety of price points to work out what's best for them. As with any gun, fit is more important than price. So a less expensive gun that fits is the right thing to do, as opposed to an expensive gun that doesn't fit.
Okay. I have picked out one lady's gun for Nigel to show us and tell us a little bit more about. And here is the beauty, not Nigel, the gun.
Oh, that's really harsh. So Beretta Ultra Leggero.
Yeah.
This is the one you were drawn to as you walked past because I think it looks different.
I like the black on it.
Yep, so black alloy action on this one.
Yep.
So this is about weight reduction. So you've got a Monte Carlo stock, very, very tight, small package for a lady.
Okay.
You've got floating barrels. All of this is designed to keep the weight down. So this particular gun here weighs in at 6.5 pounds. So it is light.
Yeah. Heavier than my Beatrice though.
Are you sure? I think you need to check on that.
I'm pretty sure she's about 4.5, 5 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
I'll let you weigh her so you can see.
One example of ladies' gun. We've got two more that are particularly nice.
Okay.
Which are these two here.
Let me just flip round so we can have a look.
Yep.
Right, Mr. Smiley, tell us about these.
Okay, so two completely different things again now for ladies. There's a nice Blazer F16.
Yeah.
Again, it comes in under £7. You don't see a huge availability on Blazers for ladies. And the other extreme is a Beretta 694, which is the ladies' version of the fully blown Beretta competition gun.
Okay.
So we've got for ladies everything from a light game gun, I should say, through to competition, serious clay busting hardware.
And which out of those two would you recommend?
Neither of them are a bad choice.
Okay.
So it goes back to what I said before, fit's more important.
Okay. Let's have a little look. It's a little bit different, isn't it, with the blue on there?
Yeah, all 694s come like that.
Lovely. Just a bit of appreciation on the engraving on some of these Brownings. It's very pretty. I do like that one. That's rather nice. Nigel, you can smile. Come on now. Come on. Right, what have we got here?
So this is the Browning section.
Okay.
So we try and keep where we can the gun manufacturers together because we have people who come in who want a Browning or they've been towards a Beretta. What we see here, because most of the guns, all of the guns that the clay ground at the front use for their coaching are Brownings, a lot of people have used the Browning for their early lessons and then they gravitate towards a Browning if they're coming in at that level over and above, say, an entry-level ATA or COFs.
Yeah.
Browning do a huge range. 525, 725s, we sell lots of those. And the 725 Pro Sport, which is a really, really good clay competition gun. Something a bit different that's come in only in the last week is this one here, which is the 525 Composite. It's got the benefit of a composite stock, so care and maintenance, general wear and tear with the 525 action. So this is new in, it's had quite a lot of interest as well.
Okay, let's have a little
That's quite fresh off the market.
closer look. You said it's synthetic stock, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
What length are those barrels?
These are 30.
30. So this is different from the ladies one because if we just tilt the barrel sideways, we have got gaps, a gap through in between the barrels, but we've got little like reinforcement nuggets going along. So tell us why we would have a gap in the first place.
Yeah, so the latest gun you looked at just now, which are the floating barrels, that's about weight saving.
Yep.
What we have with this is you have your midrib with ventilation. So this is about allowing dispersion of heat.
Okay.
So it's purely to help get the heat away from the barrels. You see that on most clay guns nowadays.
Okay, so my Beretta doesn't have the gap, the floating barrels. Is that because mine's a game gun?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Thank you.
Now, game guns can have,
Yeah.
but generally you would see this on a competition kind of gun. What? Smiling? I'm smiling.
Nigel and I have been joined by a couple of other people in the shop, but I've just got to show you because he looks like a little gnome sat on the sofa. He's my shooting instructor. And there's another chap who's hiding in the background. That's Harry that's bobbing around, apparently camera shy. So that's why Nigel was taking us round.
There's always one.
What have we got here then, Nigel?
So we keep a selection of semi-autos. Again, grouped together because if somebody comes in looking for a semi-auto, then we can kind of muster to one area, and then we can get 3 or 4 guns out, lay them on the bench, and they can go through their thought process of what they're looking for.
Okay.
So semi-autos, we have there's generally 2 types. You have gas operated, or you have inertia blowback. Depending on what the customer is looking to use it for, or what they're looking for in the way of weight. An inertia operated gun, so like a Benelli or a Breeder, generally is lighter than a gas operated.
Yeah.
Usually I've always found slightly less fussy on cartridge, but again, it's not really in a situation nowadays where there's a bad choice. So it's not like you've got high end, low end, good buy, bad guy. Pretty much most semi-autos nowadays function as they should.
Perfect. What have we got here, Nigel?
So again, following the process of trying to keep brands in that together, what we have here is a selection of Berettas. We've got some Caesar Greenie and a single Kirchhoff that we keep here. So what we tend to do with the stock, because this is a business here that's driven heavily by the clay ground out the front, we have guns that are aimed heavily towards that market. We have game guns here as well. The very high-end guns we tend to keep down our street store, which is only 25 minutes drive from here.
Okay.
And if somebody's got a particular gun they're looking at, especially if it's a used gun, we can get that brought up here and they can try it on the clay ground.
That's
so
handy.
any used gun, someone's welcome to try on clays, and we have a huge selection of demo guns which people can try as well. So it's about making sure the gun's right for the person.
And so they can figure out what they'd like that's within their price range, what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, and again it goes back to that fit as well. So it's important to have a gun that fits. Sometimes the cheaper gun's the better buy.
Huh?
If it fits, it's what you need.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Money doesn't buy happiness, eh?
Yeah, well, it can help.
Hit it, Nigel.
Okay, so going back to the Beretta conversation, we have a selection here along the wall.
Yeah.
So we've got a mixture here of games, a nice couple of EE double Ls. We've got a DT11, which is adjustable stock. We've got a DT11 black action. One of the things we've noticed, and it's really, really funny, since the Olympics, we've had a lot of people showing an interest in DT11s.
Okay.
So Beretta, I think, won majority of the medals at the Olympics. I think there was only probably 1 or 2 other gun manufacturers that placed the medal.
Yeah.
And we're seeing just a lot more questions and a bit more interest in the DT11 model at the moment.
So it's thrown the make into the spotlight, if you like.
I think so, yeah. I think people have suddenly realised that it's not horrendously expensive either. So you can get an Olympic gold medal ability gun for sensible money.
Oh, fab.
You're just making me smile.
Nice and close. Go for it.
Okay, so this little recess here is our section 1, so otherwise known as firearms. We keep those again in one little area because people are looking to buy a section 1 are kind of more interested in rifle or PCP section 1. We've a couple of strange different things here. Probably the world's shortest 2.2 bolt action rifle. The screwdriver in the end is literally to stop it falling over. So that's a little CZ Scout. It's a youth entry gun for youths who want to get into shooting.
Okay.
We've a mixture of CZs, Brownings, Bergara. I know
Tika.
you took a like to the Bergara as you were walking around.
Yeah, I did think that was really unusual.
Yeah, so again, Bergara, very, very good rifles. What I like about this one, it's a rimfire rifle, but you have a full-size magazine. So from a handling and ambidextrous perspective, it's no different to a centre fire. Very good rifles, very accurate as well.
Yeah, I like that just because it was, when it caught my eye, just because it's different down here.
Yeah, yeah. Adjustable cheek piece, adjustable length of pull. All you need to do is put a scope on there, a moderator if you wanted to, and off you go.
Awesome. What would you recommend for me to use with Beatrice on a pheasant day for Fezzy Wezzies?
Okay, I knew this question was coming.
Okay.
So here's one we prepared earlier. Whole, high pheasant.
Okay, let's have a look at the top of the box. What size have we got? 25 shot, 28 grams.
Yeah, 100% all day long.
Fibre wad. You don't reckon that would kick a little bit?
You're a big girl.
I'm a big girl. Hang on. I'm a big girl.
You shoot a lot. You know what you're doing.
There's nothing of me.
You'll be fine.
I'm only 5'4".
Well,
I'm not big.
That makes me 5'5", and I'm a bit taller than 5'5".
You make me sound like I'm this massive elephant shooting. Right, what have we got here?
So along this wall we keep a selection of shotgun cartridges and skeet vests.
Yeah.
With shotgun cartridges we have to cater for all demands, needs. Some customers prefer one brand over another. You've then got whether they're clay shooting, game shooting, whether they want plastic wad, fibre wad, steel, bismuth, ambers, which obviously you're leaning towards. So we've got more clays out the back in storage. So yeah, we try and cater for as wide a variety as we can. We also keep Fiocchi, we do very well on the whole, Game Bore, all of the brands you'd expect to see in a shop.
And you've got all of the skeet vests. We've got some cartridge bags. We've got some, I'd call them like pouches. Leather cartridge bags. Glasses.
Glasses very important.
For safety.
Absolutely
100%.
PPE. Section 1, ammunition. So everything from 17 HMR 22, 3006, 308, 6.5. Everything else that goes in between. Nice range of hit micro. So night visions, thermals, you name it. Multiple options. As we come around this side, we've got some more clothing.
Okay, and what make is this?
So we have a percussion, we have Clayco, we've got some Beretta, some Browning.
And your own personalised fleece I see there.
Yeah.
That's
so
smart,
Guns
isn't it?
fleeces, Avalon Guns gilets. We've done pretty well today, so you've come today. It's not overly busy tonight now because it's already dark outside.
And it's later on.
It's hammered down with rain all day long.
Very windy, very wet. And it is later on in the evening on a Thursday night.
The amount of people who forget to bring a coat can come in and buy a coat.
We've also got cabinets, which you don't see that often.
So we keep a selection of gun safes. We have some on display in the shop. We've got more out in the back in the storeroom. Particularly like this Lockaway brand. What's nice is the way the door shuts. So it's hinged internally.
Ooh, do that again. Sorry, that slid, didn't it? Oh, I like that.
That's a bit different. So from an anti-jimmy perspective, you haven't got a seam which you can get down to. The door drops in, rotates out.
How many can you fit in there? That's quite a few, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the smaller ones.
Is it? What have we got in this corner?
So, selection of gloves, hats, shotgun slings. These are really good, the trigger sticks.
Yeah, you like them, don't you?
Yeah, for someone who's out rough shooting with a rifle, they're just so versatile. So easy to carry around, so easy to use. Okay.
What I like a lot is that you can come here for a lesson. You can figure out what gun is correct for you, a shotgun that is. Then you can come in, buy your shotgun, buy your safety glasses, get your cabinet, get your skeet vest, ear protection, get your cartridges. It's like a one-stop shop for everything, and then you can have a snack on the way out and a cup of coffee. Got to have a snack. Snacks are important, but it is nice to have somewhere where you can do everything and you shoot yourself, which most people in shops do, in gun shops do shoot. But it's nice to have someone that's got a lot of experience.
So we try and spend as much time with a customer as they need or they want.
Okay.
When somebody comes into the shop, we normally acknowledge them, saying hi. And then if you want something unlocked, if you want to have a look at something, let us know.
But you let them have a little mooch about by themselves.
You don't want to pester them and follow them round. So
that is the most annoying thing.
We acknowledge them and we give them as much time as they want, but we don't try and kind of crowd them and hassle them all the way around the shop.
Yeah, that's good. So I am not an air rifle girl, but Nigel is desperate to show me and talk about all of the air rifles that are on the wall. So hit it.
Talk about Not my strongest subject, air rifles.
Okay.
So we do see here a very active customer base with regards to air rifles. So part of Mendip Shooting Ground, they have 2 ranges underneath us, which are indoors in the dry. They've got a field target range down by the lakes and another outdoor air rifle range.
Okay.
So we have a lot of customers who come in every week. They're always looking to see what's new. They're always looking to invest, and they take their hobby very, very serious. And they do spend some reasonable amounts of money on what they're doing. Now, you know, when I started with air rifles years ago, it was a very, very cheap hobby. You know, pellets were very, very cheap. You can still get cheap pellets, but you can also get some very, very high quality pellets. Probably a lot more than you would think.
So it's very competitive.
It's competitive, but it's a cheaper hobby than clay shooting to keep running, because you're buying your pellets, you're not paying for clays and cartridges.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good social group. So these guys tend to like kind of cluster.
What a word.
Yeah. But with regards to the physical air rifles themselves, you can start off with a little spring air rifle up to the PCP air canister rifles, which the performance and the accuracy that they can shoot at is actually quite amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. That's something. What have you got there, Nigel?
So we did mention earlier about demo guns for people who are learning or want to try a different particular gun.
Okay.
So this is just a selection of our demo guns. We have 410, 20 bore, 12 bore, ladies guns, semi-autos, over and unders.
Yeah.
In addition to that, if there's a second-hand gun somebody's looking at and they want to try that, they can try that on the clay ground. Now, from a clay ground perspective, if you take the clay layout, there's have a go stand, which is a simple incomer outgoer. There's a skeet layout, a DTL layout.
Okay.
There's a super sporting kind of compact layout.
Yeah.
If you go down the bottom to the woods, there's 30 odd stands down there, which they generally change them around each week to make it slightly different. So you could come up here, you could probably go out with 2 slabs of cartridges and only shoot each stand once. So a great...
It's huge.
It's huge, yeah. There's a lot to do. On top of that, you've got the air rifle ranges that we spoke about just now, downstairs and outside as well. Yeah. There's also tuition available here. There's a number of coaches who work from here. Yeah. So if somebody has never fired a shotgun and they really want to get into it, they can come to Mendip Shooting Ground, where they can book a lesson. They can come with somebody who's already got a shotgun license and use one of our demo guns, go out and have a go.
I hope you've enjoyed the little whip round tour of Avalon Guns. And I'd like to say thank you to the lovely Nigel and Harry, who's been loitering in the background. These two are more than happy to help you if you'd like to come down and have a look. So I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.